Top story.
All right, the top story, no contest here. The Eagles about to win their second Super Bowl, facing the Chiefs Sunday. And you know, Tony, what's really been getting under my skin these past couple weeks is the respect that the soft, glad-handing media is showing toward the Chiefs. You know, hasn't anyone bothered to notice that the Chiefs are a direct copy of the Eagles? You know, they have the head coach we found first, Andy Reid. You know, we got a Kelsey brother, then they went out and got the other Kelsey brother.
Exactly.
And they're acting like they're so smart, you know, for having a mobile quarterback when we had the first one 30 years ago.
Exactly.
Randall Cunningham. Anyway, Tony, you know, isn't it just shameful what the Chiefs are doing here?
Yeah, there's a name for what the Chiefs are doing. It's called plagiarism. The Chiefs are plagiarizing the Eagles. The Chiefs didn't do any scouting. They just copied the Eagles' homework. You know, when you think about it, Howie Roseman is as much the GM of the Chiefs as he is the GM of the Eagles. So if the Eagles win or lose, well, they're going to win, no question. They deserve the trophy irregardless.
Great point, Tony. And you know, if this was in any area of the business, the Chiefs would have been sued by now, wouldn't they?
You know, unfortunately, we see this in entertainment, too. Like, I love watching The Office with Steve Carell. Well, the other day, I'm flipping through the channels, and I see this total ripoff of The Office where all the actors have been replaced by other actors speaking British. And it took place in England, and it wasn't funny at all. Frankly, I'm surprised Steve Carell hasn't sued England for plagiarism.
Sounds absolutely horrible, Tony. Anyway,
it was.
To another angle of this game that is, frankly, absolutely fascinating. You know, usually we don't agree with FS1's Nick Wright because his takes are as bad as his screen presence. But the other day, he was on the Colin Cowherd podcast, which for the record, we don't listen to, but you know, someone told us to listen. Yeah. Anyway, Nick Wright was talking about Andy Reid, and he made a terrific point about how more Super Bowl success could change Andy Reid's legacy and put him in consideration for greatest coach of all time. Just listen to him break it down here.
What if the Chiefs win 3 of the next 5 and then he walks out the door? Can you make the case he's the best? It's going to be interesting.
Wow.
Smart.
Wow, just a terrific point there by our colleague in the industry, Nick Wright. You know, when you think about it, Tony, like that, all Andy Reid has to do to put his name in the conversation among the greatest, he just has to win 3 of the next 5 Super Bowls to be close to Belichick's 6. And Tony, when you put it that way, you know, this just opens up a lot of interesting conversations, doesn't it?
Yeah, you know, it also makes me think of Nick Sirianni. If he simply wins 6 of the next 8 Super Bowls, then you have to put him in the conversation for greatest all time, too.
Yeah, and let's not forget Dougie P, Doug Peterson.
Totally.
You know, he's already got 1 Super Bowl under his belt. He's basically halfway there. You know, as long as he just simply wins 5 of the next 7 Super Bowls, he'll be in the conversation for greatest all time, too.
Absolutely.
Well, finally, on a more somber note here, Tony, you know, we must pay our respects to some of our colleagues at ESPN.
Yeah.
You know, this week, as you all know, we learned about the shocking cancellation of one of our favorite shows, Outside the Lines. And, you know, whenever it was 2 p.m. on a Tuesday, the one thing we always wanted to do was, you know, turn on the TV and watch a full hour of hard-hitting, thoroughly researched journalistic exposés, carefully edited and narrated. And Tony, this cancellation just came as a shock to so many people, including you, didn't it?
Absolutely. You know, I relied on Outside the Lines to keep me informed about what's going on in sports. Now, how am I going to know what's going on with Hungarian gymnastics or Slovenian bobsledding? Are they on the up and up over there? Is everything kosher? Is there state-sanctioned corruption going on? Now, we'll never know.
Such an absolute shame.